through the whole venue itself.
So Tony, in relation to security and the cameras in a large area like this where you've got a number of bars, lots of people, in terms of cameras and their positioning, what can you tell us about that?
Well, let me say that every place in this whole venue is covered, so there's no blind spots at all. So it's very important that the safety factor with our patrons is kept up, and having the cameras helps that.
Okay, just touching on safety for a second. In the event of an evacuation in such a large venue like this, and we were talking earlier about the unique way that this venue is structured. Can you tell us a little bit about the evacuation procedures for a venue like this?
Very much so. There's something like 15 exit points for evacuation. The club itself is a mirror image of itself, so if you cut the club down the middle itself, it would be exactly the same mirror image of both sides. So like the people would know the left and right hand side, so if you're on the right hand side, the left hand side, the door's in the same positions. So there's 15, as I say, the 15 fire exits, and luckily we don't have to use it at the moment.
Yeah, good. And I noticed that those fire exits are highly visible on the outside of the building. That's running right, down.
Exactly. Here are Craig. We're in the main concert area here now, which is probably the biggest room of the venue itself. We have anything up to nearly, well, it's licensed for 1,960 people, but over a given time on a Friday or Saturday night, we'd have anything up to 2,500 people, probably more, rotating through the door, but no more than 1,900 people at a time. The main area here is where the bulk of the security people. Where, as I said before, when we're at the front door, we'd have anything up to 3 to 4 or 5 people at the front door and the exits. In this main room, we'd probably have anything up to 4 to 5 guys, mainly covering the stage area, the DJ, and of course communicating between the bars.
All right, Tony, you've taken us through most of the parts of the club. I noticed there's a bit of a labyrinth here. I've been watching the guys setting up over here, coming and going. Mm-hmm. Can you take us down here and tell us a little bit about these corridors?
Yes, for sure. This is what we're going to be going down and have a look at. This is the backstage area where a lot of people are interested to see. As you see, we're at the front of the stage here playing towards the main venue, the main part of the club. But as you say, we'll take you downstairs and show you around the back of the club itself.
Sounds good. Let's go.
Here we are, Craig. We're in the backstage of the Metro City. This corridor itself goes right around the club, so it's easy access instead of going through the crowd. If there was an emergency situation, that the guys can come through these doors under the stage and run around to the other side of the club if need to be.
Yes, I was looking at it earlier. It's a bit like a labyrinth, not unlike the Colosseum, where right. People can go about doing their things undetected. It's quite interesting. Let's take a closer look.
Let's go for a walk.
Okay.
Here we're still in the bottom of the tunnel here, Craig, which goes around the club. What I'd like you to do, would you like to have a look inside the control room?
I'd love to have a look at the control room.
Let's go.